Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's me, your girl, and today I'm feeling extra springy, so to say. Mostly because it's a beautiful day outside and I just want to try something new with my makeup. If you've seen in my previous videos, I tend to do more like full face, full glam, just like drag queen like makeup, and I kind of want to try something new that I've never done before. So this is kind of inspired by Tower 28 and also some of the other beauty trends that are going on where they're doing more minimal makeup that's more dewy, more radiant. It's simple, but it's like gorgeous, and I want to give it a try. So this is gonna be my journey in trying something new, and I hope that you guys like it. I hope it looks good. I don't know how I feel about this right now because I'm so used to just doing a full-on glam. So with that being said, let's get right into this look. Alright, so just to pause right here for a minute, sorry, this is editing me. I just want to remind you guys to like and subscribe and also turn on notifications for future videos on my channel so you guys know when I upload and post. And with that being said, let's get right back into the tutorial. So to start with any look, I don't have anything on my face right now, but I usually tend to start with my skincare, so we're gonna get right into that. So I'm gonna grab my little spatula here and I'm gonna go in to my moisturizer. So this is the gel moisturizer from Shiseido, and it's part of their new WASO collection. So I do have the cream one, that's the one that I use every day. But when I'm doing my makeup, I tend to use the gel one. I feel like it just lays my makeup a lot better. The cream one can be just like a pinch too creamy sometimes for my skin, so I don't want to like overdo it. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit and I'm gonna put it on my spoon. And I'm just gonna, you know, go ahead and moisturize. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to next go into, I already have the top off this because that's a stupid little freshness seal. So this is from Truly Beauty, and this is the Glass Skin Face Serum. So if you want the more like Korean beauty, glass skin look, I would definitely recommend getting this product. I absolutely love it. I got it from Ulta when I worked there because I just wanted to try the whole glass skin look, and I feel like I was never able to like really achieve that when I was like younger, mostly because like my skin was terrible. I had a lot of issues with dermatitis and also just with acne and just with dealing with a lot of scarring, unevenness, and things like that. So I was just like, there's no way I could possibly pull off this look. But now that my skin has finally stopped attacking me, I can finally do this. So we're gonna go ahead and just go in. All right, so I just went in with my spoon again, and this is just, I mean, it's kind of a lot, but I also want that super dewy glass skin look. Now, the consistency of this product is gonna be kind of wet, so that's just gonna be something to work with. Oh my god, that's so wet. It's so moist. Oh my goodness. I know people hate that word, but I'm using it. And I know that, you know, typically you shouldn't really do this because you don't know if something's going to affect your eyes, but I am going to put it around my eyes and also down my neck because I want everything to be pretty uniform with the type of look that I'm doing. So I am going to just go ahead and hydrate that around my eyes. So I do know that the skin around your eyes tends to be a little bit more delicate than the skin on your face and also the rest of your body. So if you do have very sensitive eyes and you're not quite sure, I've done this before, so I know that my eyes won't have a reaction to it. But if you are really sensitive and you're not too sure about this, definitely do a patch test before you begin anything. And just see if your eyes can actually handle it. You can just do like a little bit on the side to see how that is, or you can just do something like on the back of your wrist or behind your ear, just to do a test to see if your skin is actually going to be okay with that. Because you don't want to go ahead and just slap this on your eyelids and have a horrible reaction later. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my Hanskin Hyaluron Skin Essence. So this is going to make my skin even more dewy, more glassy. I'm just gonna be like a wet skin mess, and I'm kind of living for this because I've never done this before in regard to this type of look. I've done this with just like a full glam, so that was pretty fun, and it turns out really nice. Like, you get this nice dewy look, but in regard that's not a word. In regard to being like more of a soft glam type look, I've never done this, so this should be fun. All right, so I'm back. I just had to finish adjusting my ISO because it is getting brighter. It's just a weird overcast day, so you're definitely gonna see a lot of like fluctuations with just the lighting in here, so it's all good. I'm just gonna work through it. All right, so I just applied my Hyaluron Skin Essence, and now we're gonna go in and what do we want to do before? Oh, that's right. All right, so I'm going to go in with my Stila One Step Eye Correcting Cream, and it's just something that's just going to brighten my under eye just a little bit because I do want it to be just a little bit more bright for what I'm doing. I typically don't use this a lot, so we're just going to have a little bit of fun. You don't need a lot of it. Literally one pump from the container does the entire under eye for both your eyes, so you don't need a lot of it. Typically when I do like some type of correcting or brightening with my under eye, I use my Bobbi Brown under eye corrector, so I use that typically. But I got this in gratis when I was working at Ulta, so I got it for free. And yes, this is the full size. This is not a mini. It is really small. But because you don't need a lot of it, again, you just need just that one pump and you're good. You really shouldn't have an issue with needing a whole lot of product. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go in is with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is like one of my favorite primers to use if I am doing a more dewy look. If you're doing a matte look or a full glam look, it also works for that. This is really good if you want your makeup to stay in place all day long. Like it really does help grip your makeup a lot more. I know that Dermablend, they did come out with a, what was it? It's like a sticky gripping primer. And even though I did like the consistency of it, I thought it was really good. So if you do have oily skin and you do want something that's just gonna like keep your makeup in place, I do know that typically foundation will tend to slide, especially on your nose and your cheeks. If you do have more oily skin, this is going to be the primer that you're looking for. And also you can try the Dermablend one, and I believe that Smashbox back in 2019 they came out with a primer that's for oily skin. I forgot the name of it, but it's in like a light blue, almost mint color tube, and it does say like it's for oily skin. It does have that sticky consistency if you're looking for something that's just going to help grip your makeup onto your face. So get that if you do have oily skin, you're not wanting your makeup to slide everywhere. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is what am I going to do for my next thing? I was thinking that this is so weird because this is like me working backwards. So when I do my makeup, I typically start with my eyes. I always start with my eyes because there's so much like fallout and stuff like that from my eyeshadows that I like to clean up and or like reduce it as I go. So this is gonna be weird to work backwards. Oh my god, it's so dark in here. Is this dramatic for y'all? This is so dramatic. Okay, I am gonna adjust my ISO one more time because it's really dark. I don't like filming on overcast days. So I'm learning about filming and editing and all that stuff. And so I have not done any of these things since I was in high school when I was taking photography. So in 11th grade, my junior year, we were doing just manual photography. So, you know, we have our 35mm, we had to get film, we had to develop everything in the photo lab, all that, right? So I never really learned about digital photography until senior year when we started doing more digital. And even then it was pretty limited because it was like high school photography. So we didn't learn everything that could possibly be learned. Yeah, so I'm still learning. My brother, he's a lot better when it comes to photography stuff because that's what he does for a living. I just need to ask him how to live like this because this is hard. This is so difficult. I'm trying to get it. Guys, have faith in me. I will get it one day. But yeah, I'm gonna stop again to adjust my ISO because it's overcast and It's dark and I want you to be able to see what I'm doing with my makeup, so I'll be right back. Okay, I swear my videos are not run off of chaotic energy, I swear, but it does make them more entertaining. Okay, so I'm gonna put my shake primer. Of course, just like the name says, you just have to shake it. And you don't need a lot of this either. This costs $22 and this is from KVD Beauty. Okay. It's gonna knock everything down off my desk. It's cool. It's so cool. It's fine. And so what I usually do is I apply it to the back of my palm and I just use 2 drops and that usually works enough for both eyes. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just apply that. So far I'm kind of liking the prep for this because I feel like I'm not doing a whole lot. Like when I prep for my full glam looks, it's just so much that goes into it and it kind of makes me tired. Like again, I love full glam, I think it's beautiful, but it just takes so long just to like get everything out, figure out what I'm gonna do, and then of course put it on my face. It makes me exhausted. These are such first world problems. Like that's just like not even an issue, but it's an issue for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my KVD Good Apple Balm again. I love this foundation. You're probably gonna see me using this one a lot. And this is just kind of just to see how it reacts to doing a makeup look like this, especially since it is gonna be pretty lightweight. It does have, the sun hates me, y'all. Like the sun hates me. I cannot do this. So I'm gonna go in with my Good Apple Foundation Balm, and I'm not gonna do a whole lot. Like I'm just tapping into it a little bit and just seeing how it reacts to a more dewy base. Cause I don't want it to be completely matte. That's not too bad. I still get that like velvety finish from it, which I love, but it's not overly matte. So far it seems like it's reacting pretty well just to a more dewy base, which is a good thing because if you did want to like switch this up and just not be super duper matte, it seems like that's where we're going with makeup anyway, because like I feel like matte is just such a, like that's so like 2014, 2015, where everyone was just like, oh, I don't want to look like I'm alive at all. I just want to look casket fresh 24/7. And that's just not, it's not a cute look. Like it's cute for a whole second until you realize that you just don't look human anymore. You just look more like a mannequin. And I want that like dewy radiance that everyone loves. Like I know some people have really oily skin. Like my skin, now that I've been like working on my skincare over the past couple of years, it's kind of balanced out. Like it's not as oily as it used to be. And that's something that I learned from one of my coworkers working at Macy's. The reason why my skin was so oily is because it was dehydrated. I had to think like, okay, that makes sense because like, of course, if it's more oily, it's going to, you know, it's gonna try to compensate for that dryness. So I am putting the foundation on my eyelids because again, I want to keep my look consistent and uniform throughout, but I'm not putting a whole lot on there because I don't want it to take over my eyeshadow look. But I did want to just add a little bit just to make it more uniform and to get that more, what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? I just want it to be just a more smooth, uniform look. That's just like my ultimate goal. It's just to have it look really smooth. It's like a cat hair on my face. I can't see. Ew. For those of you who have pets, doesn't it drive you crazy when you feel that there's something on your face, right? You know what's on your skin, it's stuck on your makeup, but because their hair is so fine, you can never see it. Oh my god, that drives me crazy. And don't get me wrong, I love my cats, I think they're amazing little creatures. But their fur is everywhere, and there's nothing I can do about it. So that's gonna do it for the Good Apple Foundation Balm. So the next thing I'm gonna go in with is my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealer. And I have this in shade Medium Dark, which is 125N. And I'm just gonna go in under my eyes because I really want just this part of my face to be like super duper dewy. I was gonna do a face gloss, but I think that with this type of foundation and the other things I'm doing to my skin, I think that it's gonna eat through the layers of makeup that I put on, so I don't want to do that. So we're just gonna leave that alone and just let that be. So I might try that in like my downtime. I might try doing that just to see what it does. But while I'm filming right now, I don't want to have to go back and just like redo this whole thing. So we're just gonna stick to just doing this because this does add some radiance and it is pretty creamy and dewy thanks to the hyaluronic acid. That does help like boost that radiance if you're looking for that. Oh, whoa, that's not good. Okay, so I just learned that the Pretty Fresh concealer and the foundation balm don't play well. There's like a whole stripe on my nose. Okay, we're gonna have to go in with the foundation balm again. Oh, they don't play well. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna use my NARS concealer as opposed to the Colourpop one because what I think happened is that there's just like a chemical reaction between the components that are inside the concealer and also the components inside of the foundation balm. That's good to know. You see, it's not the end of the world. I always find that makeup is just, it's mostly a learning process. Even if you just started doing makeup or you've been doing it for years, because there are so many new brands with different things that are incorporated into their formulas, it's always good to know what works and what doesn't work. So I'm glad that I now know that those two products they're just not good for each other. And I noticed that there's like some peeling. Yeah, some peeling going on down here as I just try to work it into the skin and just move it around. I notice it does have like a bit of just like some peeling going on, which is fine. Again, it's not the end of the world. It's just all a part of the learning process. Now I want to look further into this as to why that happens. Maybe it's the hyaluronic acid aspect of it. And yes, I do have a scar beside my eye because I was trying to do cat eye, and for some reason I kept messing up. Like my other eye was fine, but I kept messing up on my left eye. And I was just like, okay, let's be stupid and use a Q-tip and just go in again and again and again. And yeah, I basically just gave myself rug burn with a Q-tip, which is always fun. It's always great. Oh my god, my life is a mess. But it's fine. It's okay. I'm working through it. It's all right. I'll be fine. Okay, so I did want to keep this look more light, but I still wanted to include a concealer. But now that I know that I can't use that concealer, I am going to use my NARS concealer, and that's the one that's like in a little paint pot type thing. Okay, so now that I'm finished with my foundation, my concealer, I'm going to move on to my eye look. So I have two palettes here. I have the Colourpop Lilac You a Lot palette and the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. And I'm going to see which one has the best shade of like a shimmery purple that I'm looking for. Shit, these nails. Y'all, I love my long nails, but they like prevent me from doing most things in life, like opening a palette. Ugh, why are you stuck? I got you open earlier. You guys, good. This is like a huge look into my life and just how chaotic I am as a person. I don't know what piece is. I don't think I ever know. So I have my Lilac You a Lot palette open, and I'm kind of interested in a couple of shades in here. So I see Cloud, Fluff, Trainwreck, and Wake Me. So I got this idea for this from an article that I saw. Let me pull it up. So I got my idea for this whole video and this look that I'm attempting to do from this article from Glamour, and it's called the Stardust eyeshadow. So it's like the newest trend for spring, and I saw it and I was like, ooh, I must try that. So I'm gonna attempt. It's very light. I'm gonna put a picture up here. It's super light. It's super airy. I'm heavy-handed, so this should be interesting. So first we're gonna do a couple swatches with these palettes just to see which one works best for this look. So I'm gonna go into Cloud first. Okay, that shears out. That's beautiful. I love that. That shears out so well. I don't want to make my decision now, but I do like Cloud. I really do. So I'm gonna, oh, okay, so I'm gonna go into Wake Me. That's really pretty too. I feel like this one, Wake Me, goes more with the Stardust look because it is light. It does have that iridescent shimmer to it. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Next is Fluff. Fluff is pretty too. This is gonna be a tough decision because I like everything. Oh no. This was not a good idea for a video. Alright, so I just went into Trainwreck, and I love all of them. This is, okay. I might end up just using this palette. I think I will, because that's so pretty. Like, no shade to Huda. I love this. This is like one of my favorite palettes ever, but those colors are so pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna swatch this one anyway. Yes, my fingers are still stained. I'm too lazy to reach for the box of tissues that is less than a yard away from me, so deal with it, whatever. So I'm gonna go into Cosmic. Can I do 2 colors? Is that allowed for this? Is that allowed for that look? Let me know in the comments if you're allowed to do 2 colors, because I don't know the rules of this, this trend. Are you allowed to do 2 colors? Because Cosmic and Galaxy are just, kind of call them a name. Let's go to Frazzled. Ooh. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to do 2 colors. I'm gonna use Frazzled from this palette, and I still haven't made my choice from the other palette as to which one I'm going to use. But the best one to pair with Frazzled would probably be maybe Wake Me? I feel like that's too toned down. I'm gonna pair Frazzled with Cloud. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do the Stardust look, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna go clean my hands real quick, so I will be right back. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my palette, and I'm kind of, I don't know if I want to use my fingers or if I want to use a brush. Comment down below which one you think would be the best for this, because I've never done this before. So just from like your own experience with doing this type of look, or if you prefer this, just tell me which one you prefer doing, fingers or brush for this look. I'm gonna try a brush for one eye, and I'm gonna do my fingers for the other. It's gonna be such a lopsided look, but whatever. That's not the brush I wanted. Oh my god, these natural hair, I hate these natural hair brushes. They're gross from Morphe. They're like, I feel like they do more damage to my eye look than they do good, because they don't help. They're so pokey. All right, so I'm just gonna dust it as best I can just to make it look light and airy. So one thing I'm noticing is that when you apply it on the eye, I notice that it does have a flip to it. So it's not as, I guess, purple as I expected. It's more gold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Wake Me just to get more of that purple color that I really love. And oh yeah, yep, that helps. That helps a lot. If you mix Cloud and Wake Me, you can definitely get a more purple effect. You get more of that purple that you're looking for if you do want a more punchy purple look. Now, I noticed that on the photos that I saw online, that they do tend to keep it just more on the lid, and they don't tend to go into the brow bone or anything like that, but I am gonna put it up there because that's just what I like to do. I know this is supposed to be more like soft glam, but I do want to just kind of spread it just to make the look a bit more punchy. Okay, so far I'm really liking this look. I think it's so light and airy, and this is kind of what I've been looking for. That's lovely. I really like that. Okay. It's such a simple thing to do. Like it doesn't require a whole lot, which I appreciate because like sometimes I just don't want to do the blending, the cut creases, the shenanigans. I don't want to do it. I just want to put on makeup and feel pretty. And I just want to be low key sometimes. So this is definitely a look that I'm going to be doing a lot this season because it is super easy and it's just chill. And that's what, like, I'm a chill person. I like to just relax, and sometimes like the path of least resistance is the best option. And this definitely feels like the best option. So I'm just gonna blend out the end with Frazzled. That's just gonna deepen just the end of my eye and just create some depth and a bit of transition with this shadow look. That is so pretty. I love that. It's so simple. Like where has this trend been all my life? Oh, that's right, in like the 1970s. This is so pretty. I'm also going to just do a little bit of Frazzled on my lower lid as well, just to create more of that like starry look. And it should be, yeah, I love that. That's gorgeous. Again, it's super simple, super easy, doesn't take a long time, but it just leaves you with this like really beautiful look. Yeah, thanks Glamour magazine. I love this. I really do. I love this. For a person who just does full glam all the time, I was kind of apprehensive about trying this because I was just afraid that it wouldn't be as much as I typically use or as much as I want, and it's not going to be like a really punchy look. But from what I'm seeing, and hopefully you guys can see this as well, it's just so, it's nice and natural. It gives you an ethereal just charm, and I love that. So yeah, this look is definitely a winner. Do I want to go with my fingers? Yeah, we're gonna try it with my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to try this look with just my fingers on my left eye, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good, just to see which one comes out better. I'm gonna grab my Lilac Lot palette again. I'm gonna move my lovely curtain bangs. I can already tell this is gonna be a little bit awkward because I am using my right hand, and also my nails are pterodactyl length, so this is gonna be difficult. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of like, I don't want to rub because I know that the skin around the eye is very delicate, so I don't want to rub too hard and tug at the skin. So far you do get a more, I guess, like sheared out look. It is kind of hard to get into the corner of my eye, so I am gonna have to use a brush for that. But other than that, you pretty much get just like a thinner version of what you see on the right side. Yeah, it's just gonna be thinner. It's not terrible. I feel like there's more fallout on this side, but if you are going for a more Stardust look, I'm just gonna put that right there. Yeah, if I am going for like a starry eye Stardust look, I'd rather it just kind of be everywhere so I can get that nice glittery like capture on camera. Oh Lord, it's so hard to put it right here. Yeah, I'd rather just be, I don't care. It's fallout, it's light makeup. That it actually does bump it up a bit more. See? Turning lemons into lemonade on this beautiful Sunday. Well, this video will be uploaded on Monday, so on this beautiful Monday, I hope the Monday and, you know, the weather where you are is lovely. It's absolutely gorgeous here. It did storm last night. We had a bad storm. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and just use my brush because it's just not blending as well as I would like it to. I don't have as much control over it as I did on the other side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just shear that out. And I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush just to clean up some of that build up where I don't want it. And all you need is just a clean fluffy brush. That's about it. Yeah, so it just makes your look more smooth and consistent. This is a nice way to kind of finish things off for your look. Yeah, that's so pretty. Now here's the problem. I don't know if I want a wing liner for this. I don't, because it's supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be very simple. This is supposed to be about me getting out of my comfort zone when it comes to makeup, and I don't know if that would work well with this look. I want to get out of my comfort zone. I don't want to stay in my comfort zone. I'm gonna fall back on my crutch. I think I might. I don't want to. But I like how my eyes look with wing liner. Okay, I'm gonna do a very thin line just to make myself feel comfortable. I'm going to go off camera and do this because it does, I don't know why, I can't ever film myself doing, because it takes so long for me to do a wing liner. But yeah, I'll be back. Yup. I hope this works. All right, so I'm back. I ended up staying in my comfort zone and doing the eyeliner with it. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I like it with the eyeliner because it just kind of gives you just a more cute look. And honestly, I couldn't get myself fully out of the comfort zone just yet with this. So I did have to rely on my crutch, which is of course winged eyeliner. All right, so now that we're done with that, so we're done with our eyes, we're gonna move on to our cheeks and the rest of the face and finish off just with some setting spray and also the mascara, because I like to do my mascara at the end just because I don't want any of the setting powder to get caught up in there and just make it look like super dusty. We're gonna do the cheeks. So I have the shade in the Colourpop new Cheek Dew, which is their serum blush. I have it in shade So Cosmo, and we're gonna go in with this. Now, I did make the other video, my last review video, just about like how I was not a fan of this. So I do have my Tower 28 blush out here, which is in pretty much the same shade. This is in Golden Hour. So just in case I'm just feeling the same way I felt in the last video as I do in this one, I have a backup. This is the last time you have to shake it up to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed, because this, I've noticed that it does settle. It's truly a serum. It does tend to settle in the tube, and it just doesn't come out well if you don't shake it up. It does get really watery. You're gonna get like that 2-layer effect where it's basically the serum is gonna be on top and then the pigment's gonna be at the bottom, and you don't want that. So definitely shake it up before you use it. So I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty blush brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I did last time, just kind of tap it just to get the color into the brush. I'm gonna get rid of some of my excess. And I'm just gonna smile, and we're gonna just tap it into the skin and move it up along the cheeks. Now it still isn't, it's not super pigmented. Yeah, it's not super pigmented. I don't know how I feel about this. It's like, I keep going back and forth between like hating it and then tolerating it. So I don't know. If any of you guys have this blush, make sure you mention down below like how you apply it to your skin and if you like it or not, because the jury's still out with me on this blush. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it's okay. It's not like the greatest blush in the world. It exists. Yeah, it does that thing where it wants to eat away at your foundation. So this is one of the brighter shades. So this is more of a kind of like a peachy coral. And I'm not getting like the same type of color payoff that I really want. Like, it's cute. It's hard to see because it's it doesn't really pick up on camera. So I'm still gonna top it off with my Tower 28. It's just, this is a barrier blush, so yeah, I'm just gonna top it off with that because it doesn't do what I want it to do. And I have way more success with this. Yeah, yep, see that? See how it just goes on? It's beautiful. And it's not like basically like a watercolor. Yeah, so far I like it. I don't hate this look. It's just, it's so than what I usually do. Like I usually will put on like some falsies and, you know, some other stuff, but and yeah, I'm just putting a little bit of blush on my chin and my nose. It just makes it cute. I don't know. Yeah, these serum blushes, they're not that good. If you want a good cream blush and you want a color like this, get the Tower 28 blushes or the Milk Cosmetic blushes. They're just better. They are far superior than these. I know that these are cheap. They're $7. I get it, but this is the second time I've tried this, and this is a completely different color. And it doesn't give you anything. It eats away at your foundation. It doesn't give you any type of color payoff. It's just not, it's not good. So this was a swing and a miss for Colourpop. Your product sucks. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe go back to the drawing board and try again, because I hate it. I honestly hate it. I think it's bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to finishing the rest of my look, and I have my Milk makeup. The Blur Set Loose Setting Powder. This does have a matte finish. This is in shade Translucent Medium because I didn't want to get just the white one because I did want it to be more skin-like, so I did get it with the tint in it. Now, the problem that I have with tinted finishing powders is that they do tend to oxidize because they do have pigments in them. So if that's an issue for you, I definitely wouldn't invest in something like this. If you are, just get the regular translucent one. Don't get the one with any type of pigment in it because you will end up getting that darkening of the skin throughout the day as you wear it. So if you hate that happening to you, just stick with your regular translucent setting powders. Don't get anything with any type of pigment. Or if you are looking for something that's not like stark white, because, you know, Flashback Mary is real, get something that's more like the Laura Mercier, that setting powder, where it has like a little bit of pigment in it, but it's not like bleach white. So get that. Okay, so that kind of like settled everything. The thing I love about this setting powder is that it does like really melts your makeup super well, and it does give you that blurring effect if you are looking for that. And also it just feels nice. It doesn't feel heavy. It's super lightweight. I still have the dewiness that I wanted when I applied this, so I'm glad that it was able, just hear me screwing this top back on. So I'm glad that I was able to still keep the dewy consistency with my look. So now I'm just gonna finish it off with the Patricktaw Majorglow Dewy Milk Setting Mist. And this is just gonna help like boost that radiance. So I'm gonna hold it away from my face. It smells like hairspray. Alright, so as you can see, this is the completed look. I absolutely love it. I think it's so pretty. I feel like I look a little bit younger with this look. I love it. It's so very light. I love the the lip gloss. I love the mascara. I love everything about this. So this is definitely a winner. Yeah, this is definitely a winner. This is the Stardust makeup trend that's going on, along with the dewy skin look. Now, my skin doesn't look super dewy right now on camera because it is kind of bright in here, but I'm looking in the mirror right now and like I'm seeing that nice glass skin shine that I absolutely love. It's so smooth. I like how the blush just like melts into my skin. This is such a look, y'all. This is a look. I love it. I like that I'm not being weighed down by false lashes right now. And it's just very freeing. It's nice and perfect and light and airy for spring. So if you're looking for something like that, this is definitely the type of makeup look that you should go for. It's super easy, it doesn't take a long time, and you can just put it on and go. Alright guys, so that's where I'm going to end today's video, and I appreciate you for joining me here on the channel on this lovely Sunday. I will be uploading this tomorrow, which will be Monday, so happy Monday to you guys. And I just hope that you guys can, you know, share some of your makeup trends that you like and that you've tried, also the products that you think may be better than the ones that I use today, and also some of your tips and tricks down below in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe and come back for more videos just like this and other content on my channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!